Whoa, we've been on this thing for 50 episodes, and this is right before the shift. If you catch the episodes in real time, you know exactly what the shift means. If you don't, then I need you to rewind back a few and listen to what we have going on with the shift. To date, this has been the She Thought She Could podcast. It's about to shift a little bit. In direction and name and look and advertisement and all of that. So I'm excited, and I hope you are as well. If you are catching this on the recap, how many ever weeks, months, or years later, then hey to you too. Really quickly, I want you to journey with me. If you are not driving, close your eyes. If you're driving, then don't close your eyes, but channel your energy and think about a recent win. Think about a time that you were like, yes, I did that. I did that. I'm good. I'm proud of myself. Think about that, whether that was yesterday, whether that was last week, whether that was weeks and months ago, but just think about a time that you're like, this is a win, or you were able to really internalize with the fact that you did something that you really enjoyed or you were really proud of. And I want you to soak up that feeling. I want you to really internalize what that felt like. How did you get to that place? And what the process to getting there was like. Now, you may be wondering, why in the world am I doing this? I'm doing this because oftentimes we will win, we'll achieve, we'll feel really happy, we'll do something great, and then we'll just on to the next thing. Right? We don't take time to really pat ourselves on the back or give ourselves a high five or even think about the process that it took to get to said place. The reason I want you to sit in this feeling and I want you to bottle this up and I really want you to internalize with it is because there'll be times when you're working towards the next win or you're yearning for something or you're trying to figure out the next move, because life is a journey, not a destination. I want you to be able to channel back to that energy and get momentum from that feeling. I want you to be able to go back and be like, you know what? I've been through some things before. I figured it out. I made it happen. I can do this too. Or I really want to have that good feeling about myself and about what I've produced or what I've put into the atmosphere or what I've achieved, what I've been recognized for. How can I keep moving forward and don't quit in the process? That P word, that process word, you got to see it through. Okay, I know in this microwave world we don't want to do the stovetop, we don't want to do the slow cooker, we don't want it the trotted way, the longer way, but sometimes, oftentimes, many times, most times, that is when you learn, that is when you grow, that is often when you are in incubation for greatness through the process. There are so many achievements and accolades and all these things that I can list out that are just amazing, and every time I hear someone like reading my bio or addressing some of those things, I chuckle because one, it's so hard to realize or to internalize that these things are me. But secondly, I chuckle because I think about what it took to get to each of those milestones. The sleepless nights, the long nights, the traveling, the sacrifices, the saying no's, the saying yeses, the being uncomfortable, the trotting untrodden paths, to being out in the wilderness, just seemingly thinking I was alone when in all actuality, in all actuality, I wasn't alone. God was with me, not to go too deep, but the ancestors were with me. I stand on their shoulders. It is because of their sacrifices that I am where I am today. I think we discredit too often the process. We discredit too often the labor of love that it takes to get to certain places. So I really want you to take some time, whether it be now after this episode or sometime in the near future, to really sit down and think about a time when you really won, like you just felt so amazing about said thing. And I want you to bottle that feeling up so that you can use that as your energy pack when you go on and when you go forward and when you're doing things and you're like, oh my goodness, why am I in this situation? Or what am I doing? Or what's next? And you're just trying to figure it out and you need that extra spurt of energy. You can go back to that happy place. So I hope that this was just a great segue. Yeah, segue. That's the word I'm looking for. A great segue into the next season and the next level of this podcast. I appreciate you for listening. I appreciate you for seeing it through the humps and the bumps and the breaks and the all of that good stuff. I want you to go back, catch some recaps. There was some I've been able to really interview some amazing people for this podcast, and I've just gotten so much great feedback from them and them sharing their journeys, and some of the solo episodes as well that really scratched the surface on a plethora of things, actually. So go back, catch those, and until you hear me again on Talks with Tab, see you later. Have a good one.